We have decided to come to a bird sanctuary today, or sort of Condor place. So we're gonna have a look at the map. That's Rowan, who's another guy at the campsite. And we're gonna go see some birds, which is quite good. So we're all gonna settle in, get to see a show. Buenas tardes, buenas tardes.
Oh, they can take you away if you're not careful.
Yeah, I know, it lift me up. Staring me out. They're bringing out loads of birds. Had black eagle and some like kestrel type things, I think. And that tiny little bird that I just held was really cool. They invite kids up, and obviously these lot were like, "Oh yeah, Charlie." So off I went. Sod it. I'd hold a bird. That's a big bastard.
You got woken up early, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a hairdo. That's huge. Inside its feet.
Yeah.
His claw, his main claw is like.
Can the shoes have them?
Will you lot? They just look prehistoric.
They are prehistoric.
Yeah, the pole in a way. I want to kind of open its wingspan. It is massive. I mean, just hunched over like that, it's at least a foot, if not more. Maybe 40 centimetres off the floor. It's almost like a metre long as it's sort of stood there. Here's a defenceless dog. What asking it to do is to kill this ginormous mother suckers. Look at the size of that ugly bastard. Get it, get it.
No, she's like
That is disgusting. Oh, don't. Oh, you're a bastard. Oh, don't nick my finger either. Right, Ellen's gonna brave the toilet. Oh my god, his eyes are glowing back at me. Oh, that is disgusting. That is so big. Ugh. Yeah, that's rank. I'm off. Well, what a lovely little stay this was. It was good German food. Had schnitzel last night, and I got a little bit of marzipan wrapped in chocolate, which apparently is a good German sweet. I love marzipan, so it was an easy purchase for me. We had to have our pictures taken for the place here, and then we are going for about a 2 or 3 hour ride to a lake, and then Quito, where I'm going to get a new tyre, sort my suspension out, which I'm very looking forward to. But it was awesome staying here with good food, and it's a nice little cats and dogs, and yeah, a nice restaurant. There's a lot of socialising, well, not a lot of doing activities like YouTube and things, but it's better, worth it. Right, throw my away rubbish, say goodbye, hit the road. Sven's best friend. So we left our campsite and we were going to go to this lake with these 2 little islands, but we ran out of time, so we kind of skipped it. And now I'm at the equator, essentially. I'm at one of a slightly less touristy version, which would be nice, but my phone says I'm at 00 almost south, so hopefully I can make that go 00, and maybe my spot tracker as well. It's exciting. There's the equator, middle of the earth. I'm going to walk up to it and see if I can get my compass on my phone to show 000. So let's have a look.
Sometimes.
We're going to use Sven's Garmin because that's got worse.
Yeah, it takes time.
It's close. Is it showing? Oh yeah, there it goes. Going down, going down, going down. No, it's going up, going up. Okay, so it's close enough. Anyway, right in the middle. Oh, is it 0?
Yeah, here it was 0, 0.
Oh, let's have a look.
Now it's 5.
What a shit that I didn't fall inside here.
Well, I'm now right in the middle. Got 1 foot on the south side, 1 foot on the north side. And a bollock either side too. It's just a line in the floor really, but it's kind of cool to be here. Apparently, what's more interesting, I didn't really know this, that the water swirly things is a myth. So I need to do a bit more research on that. But yeah, apparently it's a complete myth and it's all bullshit, and it's just the way they start to turn before they pull the plug, and that gives the motion. And yeah, so now it's the first time that I've been to the northern hemisphere, I've been to the southern hemisphere, and now I've been to both at the same time, technically. So I'm definitely south from here. I remember from my New Zealand trip when I was at -40 degrees, obviously above Wellington, so that is my most southerly point I've ever been at the moment. But when I get to Ushuaia, which is pretty cool, I'll be significantly further south, because it's about there, which is below, it's probably 55, it's about in level with my finger now, about there. So yeah, that's quite it'd be quite cool. Can't go any further south, so my next trip after this, I guess, to go to the most northerly point, would have to go to Norway to beat Tuk Tuk Tuk. This is my next little mission, I guess. So now we've got just about a bit over an hour drive to Diego's place. Rowan's there having a laugh. He's been riding with us today. I was going to catch up with him when we're in Quito. We're going to meet back up again. But yeah, going to Diego's place, which is where I'm going to get a fork service and a shock service. And in fact, my rear shock's been having problems, as I may have mentioned already. It's basically leaked a bit of oil. I think I've sealed it, but it's definitely a problem. It's not working 100%. So we're looking forward to getting that swapped out, getting some new tyres and seeing Quito. So yeah, road for an extra hour. It'll be very boring, I'm sure. Made it to Diego's. Bike is now where it needs to be to get the suspension sorted. So that is tomorrow's job. Suspension day. So rear shock out, front forks out. We're going to change everything. So yeah, with Diego. Yes. Right, let's go. Busy day of problem solving and sorting things out, but hopefully it will be golden and I can be able to ride away and have beautiful soft suspension again. Yummy, tasty oil. Smells like shite. Forks come apart, and it is definitely due an oil change, because that shouldn't be that colour. Yeah, good to get it done. Just taking the rear shock out now, which is always a bastard. Okay, rear suspension out. You've seen that all before on my channel, so I haven't bothered. So yeah, we're just going to strip this apart and kind of see where it's been leaking all around here. And it seems to be, let me see if I can get in there. I put RTV around here to try and stop it. I think I've saved it, hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll find out.
Let's see. It's a little smash.
Have you got all these parts?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet, I'll just change them. Yeah, anything that needs going, just, yeah. Because I can't, basically you're now it. After this, I'm on my own with as far as the suspension's concerned, so. This is my leak. This screw is just really, really loose. But because it sits in the bike like that, you just can't see it. So yeah, we'll take that out and check the seal and Loctite it in next time. But that's basically why my shock was leaking. It's a bit annoying, but it's a simple fix, so we're good. Very little oil. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, but that's about half the oil that should be in there, really. Well, this is a new problem. I don't know if you can see, I've got a slight bend in my damper rod on the rear shock. So this is a good experience. Ellen's co-pilot, she's doing the navigating. I'm sat in the back of the van, and we are in Diego's van off to get some new tyres. So we got mine and Spen's tyre next to me, and yeah, safety third, just in the back of the van. going to get there,